Hey, this is Redban with Death Squad, and you're listening to Your Mom's House. You can download this episode and all the different episodes of all the Death Squad podcasts by subscribing to us on iTunes. Just go to the iTunes store, type in Death Squad, and hit subscribe. Don't forget about deathsquad.tv. That has all the links to all the different guests. It also has all the video components to all the audio podcasts. And you can also donate. Your donations help us out. Right now, we just switched servers. Again, this is the third time. And now it's getting ridiculously expensive. So if you have any extra cash and you'd like to donate, please donate at deathsquad.tv. There's a link on the top and on the side. Guys, thank you very much for listening. And now here's Your Mom's House with Christina Pazsitzky.
Oh, that was me coughing. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Your Mom's House podcast. I am your co-host, Christina Pazsitzky, and the other mommy, the main mommy, Tommy, is in Australia, or Momstralia, and the Melbourne Comedy Festival this week, so he will not be here, but I have friends that will sit in instead. I have Redban. Hi! I have the amazing Youssef.
Hello.
And I have with us Matt Kirsch.
Hilarious.
So yeah, we're gonna do it up Big Mommy House style. We're gonna talk. Now, Youssef, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he is a comic that I've known for many, many years, and he's a Comedy Store regular.
Yep.
He's very funny, but we don't really know Youssef the way we should know Youssef. And we're gonna get inside of him. We're gonna.
I like the sound of that.
We're gonna spread his anus and dip our heads inside. And
this is all figurative, correct? This is not,
no way.
This is literal. All right, good.
It's real stuff. Enjoy your water.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think we're all reeling in the stand-up community about what the fuck is going on with Charlie Sheen and his stand-up attempt.
I don't know if we're reeling.
I'm reeling.
I'm annoyed, but it's more annoying than anything.
What is it? Like, I've just kind of looked at TMZ today, and do you know the...
I don't. There was a point, and it wasn't too long ago, because he hasn't been fully insane for very long, but I just had to stop paying attention to it. I had to stop tweeting about it. I had to stop reading, because people were getting annoyed. They're like, no one cares anymore. It was funny for 3 or 4 days with the tiger blood thing and like the winning and
winning is now the new that's what she said. Like I feel like winning is not it's on its way out. And
at like auditions, winning is the new nailed it. You know, when like you leave, you go nailed it. Now people are saying wit because actors have no wit. They're just like, zero. What's the latest thing in the
Yeah, I hate actors.
Yeah, they're kind of the worst.
Well, I don't know what goes on the scale of suck. I think I hate poets, like spoken word poets, number one.
Yeah.
Folk singers with guitar, people who stare at you and sing. Okay. Second place.
Yeah.
Actors, and then we're on the scale. Comedians are annoying as well.
Yeah.
We're very
more sketch and improv before us than stand up. Yeah.
See, that's a lot of people don't know that in the stand up world, that stand ups have an inherent animosity. Let's be honest. Towards improvers. We believe that, at least I believe, that it's kind of bullshit. That it's easier to get a laugh if it's just an accidental funny haha.
Right.
Wouldn't you say?
Well, I don't know if it's easier. It's just more. It's just different kinds of comedy.
Easier.
Like sketch and improv is zany, and like who the fuck likes zany? You know. There's some good sketch and improv, obviously.
There's none.
No, there is.
There's 0 of 0.
There's definitely good. I think you're seeing it in the wrong places. I think you're seeing it like comedy sports or some places.
Yeah.
Like, I need a movie, Rocky. All right, The Terminator. You know, like you're seeing that kind of bullshit.
And there's a lot of awful stand up too.
For sure.
Exactly.
But I feel like it. I mean, I did the Groundlings when I first started comedy. And I do feel like when they're like, you're in a coffee shop, what are you doing? And if you just put the word dick or dildo, people laugh. And I guess it's the same as stand-up. So.
It is exactly the same.
It kind of is. Just with more people on stage at once doing the same annoying thing.
So here's my question. So Charlie Sheen, it's on TMZ. It says that he opened his shows in Detroit, which, as we all know, Detroit, very funny town. Nothing but joy and fun.
Yeah. You know, you're just like, you know what? Let's go to a really lucky city where we can get a lot of super happy people that are going to be on board with this.
Just business is booming.
Yeah, and just, hit the ground running.
But yet they're also like the number one drug addicts probably in the country and fucking love fucking hookers and shit like that. So maybe it's like their prime market.
That's true. It could be.
The depraved.
But let's be fair. They just got a RoboCop statue in Detroit.
Hey-o.
So, that is... They did. They petitioned and they're getting... and putting a RoboCop...
That's what they're spending the little money that they have on.
They got to boost morale somehow.
I'm so happy for them.
Jeez. Build a Toyota plant there. Fuck the RoboCop thing.
I don't mean to shit on Detroit. I'm not above it. I was born right across from Detroit in sweet Windsor, Ontario. My father worked at the Chrysler factory, so I'm not above it.
Right.
I will say that. But I do think it's an odd town to start your
I just think that they've been
show.
through enough, and the last thing they need is, Charlie Sheen coming there and,
Well, here's how he starts. He does the Fox Theater,
Right.
which is good. He's not fucking with clubs. Good.
I know.
The majority of the audience heckled not only Charlie, but his buddy Simon Rex, who came out and started rapping. Who the fuck is Simon Rex?
Simon Rex is not anyone anymore. He used to be someone. he had a thing for a while. He was like an MTV VJ.
Is he the bald one?
No. He was
No.
the hot skinny dude. He was on all the MTV whenever they went on spring break. He was
Yeah.
always
Like
the
Eric
guy with
Lees?
no shirt on. Yes.
Yeah.
He
He orchestrated the date raping.
Yes.
During those spring breaks. Yeah.
Do you know that I just
the
found
beat.
out? I was at the Palms in Vegas this week, and that MTV Spring Break, they hire extras because you have to be over 21 to drink, and college kids are not over 20.
Yeah,
all
most of them are
fake.
not. Yeah.
Well, because I used to watch it and be super bummed, like, oh, I'm so lame. I'm not on MTV Spring Break. And then you realize they're all actors.
It's amazing how much fake shit is, like even just like Extra. I don't know if you saw that. The Extra, that TV show is so brokester that they can't afford to have a studio anymore. So now they just go to like an outdoor mall and they do their show from an outdoor mall. The Grove. The
Wait,
Grove.
Extra?
Oh, Extra?
Yeah. Or is it Access
Extra?
Hollywood? No, it's Extra. And they do it from the Grove, and all these people are surrounding Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
But they are all paid extras.
Oh, wow, that sucks.
I've seen that one, because one time I was at the Grove, and I'm like, oh, it's Mario Lopez. Who gives a shit? And then I was wondering why people were actually, wow, it's so weird.
And it's funny is that my friend
Wow.
Allison is one of the paid extras, and I had already released this, but it's called Allison's Coming to Get You or something like that. But it's her. She decided to become like this Terminator character. So every time they show her, she's just like looking around like she's going to kill somebody, and then she starts staring at Mario Lopez. And then the last time she did it, she like gave him a high five, and then right when she's done, she just started looking around like she was going to kill everybody.
That's great.
Mario, he seems to have, because isn't he host some other faggy dance show, or what is it, Dancing with the Wolves, or what is it? Isn't he on Dancing with the Stars a while ago? Or
I think he was a contestant on it, right?
Yeah,
he
maybe.
was.
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
You think he's a fagala, or he's straight?
I don't know. I think he's straight. I have no
I think
idea.
he's pretty straight, actually. I hung out with him in Vegas once, and he's knows Joe and all the guys through jiu-jitsu, because he does jiu-jitsu a lot.
shit.
Oh,
But I
okay.
mean, he was on the lookout for definitely women when I was with him. But of course,
Right,
you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
What a life that guy has. I mean, he probably just gets laid all the time.
left and right. Yeah.
Just being like a hot Latin.
Like right after they wrap Extra, he just walks into the Nordstrom at the Grove, and he's like, "Come on, ladies,
Boy, when
Yeah.
check it out." AC Slater.
Do you think comedians ever have that kind of cachet with women?
when they're huge, I imagine.
Like
yeah.
Dane.
Yeah, a guy like
Yeah.
that probably definitely
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
You have to be like super. Wow.
Charlie Sheen is
So-
probably getting a ton of action.
Do you
around.
think he is? Oh yeah, because crazy chicks are like.
Yeah, they're probably all over that. So like now he's doing more. I thought the whole tour was just going to fall
Yeah.
apart right away and get canceled.
No, he got a standing ovation in the last town he did. He was in.
because he went short.
No, he did 2 hours.
Oh, that's.
Wait, did you tell me that?
Yeah, he did 2 hours.
I can't
Okay.
think of a comic even I would want to watch for an hour and a half. Like most even like good ones that I like. It's like
Yeah.
after an hour you're like I'm out.
I'm
I'm
done.
done.
But at least there's some structure in that. You know, that's just 2 hours of that crazy dude just fucking
Yeah.
rambling about bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He just it says Charlie walks on stage sporting a Cleveland Indians jersey. The crowd
Of
goes
course.
wild. A heckler just asked Sheen, "Where's your Coke?" He replied,
Put it in
"In
Ricky."
your pocket." Charlie is showing up a T-shirt that reads "Genius." So he's hawking his merch, which is great.
Yeah.
After several people asked Charlie about Emilio Estevez, he responded, "Don't you guys want to hear about me?"
Jeez. Oh, God. He should have the situation open for him and just make it the world's worst show.
Right?
Yeah.
And another audience chant, this time directed toward Charlie's ex, Denise Richards, with people yelling, "Fuck that bitch." Oh my God, dude. He says he's not an actual warlock. I've been able to spin magic the past couple of weeks. You guys all bought tickets without knowing a damn thing about the show.
Wait,
I think he's right.
He had to actually tell people that he's not a warlock? Just in case any of you idiots that actually bought tickets to this think that I'm going to cast spells.
May cause diarrhea, and I'm not a warlock.
You know how stupid people are, though? Like, they think the TV is all... Like, I'm sure people watch Bewitched. And they're like, what? That's fucking...
And they're like, wow, I want to meet a genie.
I do.
That's so terrible. So I can't. What do they charge? Like, what's the admission for his show?
I wish
$10, right? It's got to be at $10.
No. I think it's actually pretty high.
Really?
I think it was really high actually. And I don't know. Like, did they actually say that they were advertising it as a comedy show? Because I was kind of gandered. It was more of like a variety show.
That's what I thought too.
You know, like a Saturday Night Live of Charlie Sheen. Like the first one that they had, they actually even had skits, like video skits, where it looked like iPhone applications and stuff like that, like animation, like short movies that they were playing, and stuff like that. Like it seemed like maybe the first time they were, I don't know if it's changed since then, but like they got rid of the comic Kirk Fox after the first one.
Right.
Wait, Kirk Fox did the first one?
He did only the first one that I heard. And then I heard that
funny.
the second one they didn't use them. That I think they bailed out of the idea of having either having a stand-up or having Kurt. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Kirk was the opener?
Yeah, he was the famous opener that was... you see the YouTube videos and stuff like that. And before I even knew this, like, I was reading like a breakdown of it when we were in Portland, Oregon, because we were like all in our green room, like looking at Twitter and going, "Oh shit, what's happening with this Charlie Sheen shit?"
Yeah.
And then
it's so crazy.
Yeah. Then this one website was like breaking it down per hour, and it was like, "Oh god, comic came on.
Yeah.
This joke, getting booed. Charlie Sheen at one point, I guess, came out and tried to like, no, this comic's really funny. Like halfway through his act, but then it didn't.
But I feel like that's a gig that any comic would take. First of all, if they approach me, I'd be like, absolutely, I'll open. I don't give a fuck. Give me the paycheck. But that's like you're showing up for a bloodbath. Like you're showing up for the freak show. It's kind of like opening for a band. I don't know if you've ever opened for a band, Nick.
Yeah.
It's like the worst
Well,
thing.
why Kirk Fox though?
They're not there to see you.
I mean, you're Charlie Sheen. You need a Norton. You need a Jim Norton. You need a you know what I mean. I think that could work. I just think that why would they get like a tall, skinny, nerdy guy?
He's so smart too. He's like
with a mustache.
He's so funny and
he's hilarious. He's a hilarious
like,
comic. But Charlie mixed with Charlie Sheen doesn't really work.
It's like you're walking into a firing squad. There's
poor Kirk, man.
You need a Bill Burr, I guess.
Take the money and run.
He probably just wanted a lesser known person, so the whole show could be about him.
Right?
Did you hear Redban go? They should have Bill Burr.
No, I mean because he's good at that. Have you ever seen Bill Burr's Liberty Bell bit on YouTube?
I don't think so.
No.
It was at a concert where Bill started getting booed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Dude, that's
one of the best.
Yeah,
one of the best, funniest clips ever.
Yep.
And like I said, that would be perfect for somebody like Bill Burr or Jim Norton. But Bill Burr would be able to fucking destroy that shit.
He's amazing.
He ain't gonna lose no fight.
Mom's House podcast listeners, I don't know if you know this, but there's a little beef going between
there's no beef. I don't want to talk. Let's not talk about that.
And we're not going to talk about it, but if you want to listen to Rogan's podcast.
It's so annoying now. I don't even
If you want to, it's on Rogan's podcast. So we're as part of the Death Squad family, we like to address beef.
It's Whitford.
And serve it up on a plate.
Live on the internet.
So did you have fun at Southwest? Was that your first time?
No, I went last year, but not under official South by comedy. We did our own, like the Comedy Store and the Roxy did like a joint thing together at a venue there last year, and we did that and it was fun. And then we just watched a bunch of music and hung out and drank excessively.
Can I tell you? It sounds like a little bit of a nightmare for me.
It's long.
Sounds fucking terrible.
It's long and exhausting because it's not like a music festival like if you went to Coachella or Bonnaroo where it's like one area and then you can just watch whatever you want. Like all of downtown Austin is just overrun by skinny jeans people, and it's like tattooed hipster musicians, and everyone's hammered all day long, and And then there's the interactive, like, nerdy guys, all the tech dudes and stuff. So you have, like, a mix of all that. They just take over downtown Austin, and it's, like, from 9 or 10 in the morning till, like, 4 a.m. You're just constantly doing something all day long, eating badass barbecue all day.
Dude, Austin's rad, though. I love that city.
Austin's such a great city.
Place. Sorry, sweetie.
Love to live there.
But I feel like I hate festival. Like, I just did the Aspen Comedy Festival, which was fun because it's just comics.
Yeah.
And it's just you bullshitting with other comics. And that, I like hanging out more than I do anything else. But, like, I remember going to, like, Lollapalooza when I was 14 and doing acid and just wanting to die because there's so many people. You can't pee.
It gets I'm getting
dirty
to the point where I'm too old for music festivals. I swear it sounds stupid.
No, you are.
I agree.
You are. How old are you now?
I'm 28.
Oh yeah.
But like I've gone to like say Coachella. I've gone the last 5 years in a row, and every year we go, we get there like the night before. We camp. We set up all our stuff and like.
Oh, you dirty hippie
and
nerd.
we go for it. Yeah.
Right?
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, we really
hit the roof. Get a red or fin. It's fucking $30.
That's what we did the first year. Well, no, they mark up
the experience, bro.
They rape you with hotels over there during the
That's
festival.
why, because they know that you kids.
Plus, it's fun to camp. It's like there's a huge 15,000 person camping area, and you're hanging out.
Kirsch, are you into this nonsense?
No, I don't go to music festivals.
Or camping? Are you?
Yeah, I like camping. Camping's fun.
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
Well, I can't like. Here's what happened. Like I think
versus nature.
2 years ago.
I hate nature. I hate it.
we were camping and having a good time or whatever, and then we it's like day 2 or whatever, and you get up at like 8 a.m. because it's like 9,000 degrees, right? So we get up and we're just tired and hungry, want coffee and air conditioning and like all the amenities that you can't have until like Monday when you get home. So we look over at the tent, like kind of across from us, and there's all these like punk ass kids that are like 21, like and they'd like it looked like they had not gone to sleep. And then I go over there, and I'm like, "What's up, guys? You still hanging out?" They're like, "Yeah, man, we're partying. John's done so much it's so crazy." And I look at the kid, I'm like, "People still do ecstasy?"
Oh yeah.
Rolling.
And then the little asshole looks at me and goes, "Maybe not people your age," and then fucking walks away.
No
way. I was like,
he didn't.
Fuck.
I was like, I'm getting old now.
Fuck you.
That guy just like called me an old guy.
Yeah.
I was like,
Did you see how angry Kirsch got? He's
Get
like,
him.
"Fuck you! I still do ecstasy."
Fuck.
I wanted to be like, hey man. So I wanted to just be like,
now.
dude, when you're on E, make sure not to drink water. Run a lot, drink coffee.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna fucking ruin your buzz.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Calling me old.
That sucks.
Yeah.
No, I heard the kids do eat now. I heard they don't do acid and like crystal, like all the awful shit we did.
You used to shroom and all that shit, right?
Oh, of course.
When was the last time you did?
Nice and early. Oh, I started early. I started at 14, and then I ended by the time I was 20. I was like, I'm done.
Oh, wow.
I took a good.
I smoke weed.
I took a good 7 years off, and I just recently, last week or 2 weeks ago, shroomed again for my first time, and it was mostly because the last time I did it was so awful. I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm too old for this shit like that. But man, it was one of the most. It like reset my life. I feel like more creative again. I feel like fucking like a whole new breath of fresh air.
Where were you at?
It was fucking beautiful.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where were you at?
Just my girl's house.
Oh no. In nature's always the best. Just get out of the box.
Yeah. But yeah, I would recommend it. If you took it off, if you went through the thing I did, like, you know what, I'm not doing that shit anymore. Fucking go get some shrooms. And I did it different. Like I made a tea out of it. I didn't just fucking chow it down like I used to.
Yeah.
And it was just like I was just drinking sipping on this tea, and next thing you know, everything was beautiful. It was amazing.
Wow. I don't know. I feel like when I was 20, that was the last time I was too old and I had too much going on and responsibility. I mean, I was still in college, but I remember it lasted almost like a full day because I took too much.
Good Lord.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
one whole day?
almost. It was almost 24 hours, and I was up at like 4 a.m.
Did you put acid on your mushrooms?
I did.
Yeah.
It felt like, and I was watching Mr. Rogers. I remember at like 5 a.m. just twitching and freaking out and being like, "This is it. This is the last time I do it." And that was like.
So you were doing that stuff when you were 14?
I started drugs when I was 13. I smoked weed for the first time because
Oh,
I grew up
wow.
here in LA, like
Me
in
too.
the fucking valley. You know, but where did you grow up?
I grew up in La Crescenta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like near Glendale, Pasadena. You know where it is.
Yeah, of course. So you guys didn't go? Did you ever go to Hollywood and Melrose? And
I mean, maybe like a few times. But
Yeah.
none of us had cars. None of us had money.
No.
Like it wasn't like one of those like let's go party in Hollywood. We're like let's go play Warcraft, you know, in like my friend's den or something.
No,
like all night.
We took the bus, son. I bussed that shit over to Hollywood.
I used to take the bus to like Glendale, and that was like this huge journey for me. I'm like, am I gonna come back? It's so far.
The Galleria.
The Galleria.
I rescued my dog from the Galleria.
You
That's
did?
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed the old one with the
Before the Americana
hot dog on a
was
stick.
there.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
They film movies there and shit. I grew up on that. I grew up on the food court.
Yeah, we used to
I
play.
got that a lot,
We used to
man.
play a game at the mall. See if you can find more than 3 hot girls in the Glendale Galleria. And I think maybe
is it that hard?
maybe twice we were able to get like 4, 4.5.
Whoa.
Something like that. Yeah.
Really?
Not a lot of
it-
pretty people in Glendale. But then you go to Hollywood, it's just gorgeous 11s
Yeah.
like everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know what's funny? I always tell people that because I'm 34 now, and in LA I'm maybe like a 6,
Okay.
but in Toledo I'm a fucking 10.
Yeah.
Because like anywhere outside of LA, you're kind of normal. Like you look good.
It's a hard city to be attractive in. Like
very much.
Yeah.
is. But we grew up here. I feel like you have a different. I don't know. When you grow up in this shit, it doesn't affect you the same way. I think. The people
Yeah,
who
you
move here.
because I mean you get accustomed to it, like
Yeah.
like seeing celebrities and stuff.
Yes.
It's not one of those like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
before we started doing comedy, I'm sure you'd be like, oh, there's what's his name from that one movie,
course.
and then you're like, great, yeah, he looks fatter and older in real life. Cool, congratulations.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so hard to be like I was in Raleigh a few weeks ago, and it's the South, and
Yeah.
like no one's rail thin and emaciated, and
no, right?
I'm on stage talking about like eating awesome Carolina barbecue or whatever, and some guy in the crowd, he goes, he's like, yeah, man, you need to eat, like yelled it out, and I'm like, and in my head I'm like, oh, I can't eat too much food because I'm gonna, I'm gaining weight or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy's like worried about my health, and I'm like, do I need to eat? He's like, yeah, man. What's are you okay? I'm like, just like perception is just so crazy. Like,
Well, I got called. I was in Vegas at the Palms this last week, and I walked out on stage. I didn't even say a fucking word.
yeah.
And a drunk guy in the audience just goes, lesbian. I was like, what? How did you
Wow.
deduce that, sir?
Yeah.
Like,
Vegas is so classy.
That's-
Isn't it just the classiest place
it's
Yeah.
where dreams are made, and
to be
Do you guys-
broken?
I
Do you
did a
like
USO
Vegas?
tour once, and we were in Japan, and I walked on stage, and the dude was, "Go home, faggot."
oh, I love that.
I go, "Yeah, you're right. Guess what? I get to go home tomorrow. You're in the army. You'll be here for another 2 years. Later."
I have a feeling
Jeez.
Redban likes Vegas.
No, I used to love Vegas for about 2 times, and then after the second time, I'm there like almost every other month or every month now, and
Oh, how
I
do you do
fucking hate it.
It's awful.
I hate it so much. and like last time, I had the best time I had in Vegas in a long time, and it was only because of something crazy happened. I think I already talked about
Where?
that,
Where?
about where this hot girl followed me to my room.
What? No.
No, you didn't hear about this?
No.
No.
Oh, all right. So
Guess
this
when it
is
rains,
actually
it
pretty funny.
pours.
I've talked about this on some podcasts before, but I went into the elevator. It was the end of the night. It was like 4 a.m. and there was like this girl wearing this beautiful dress, just looked very rich and very made up and stuff like that. And she's just like texting, and then she missed her floor, and I was like, "Oh, you can get off at my floor." Or no, I said you could stay in my room tonight or something like that. I was so drunk, I just said something cheesy like that.
Yeah.
And she looks at me and
Nice.
goes, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And so I come out the elevator, I go to my room. She follows me all the way to my room. I open up the door. She comes inside, and immediately she pushes me against the wall, grabs my dick, and starts making out with me.
What?
And this chick was like Kardashian. She was taller than me. She was just like a
Whoa.
supermodel chick.
Wow.
And we make out for like 5 minutes, and she goes, "If you want to play, you have to pay." And I'm like, and then I said, "Oh, I thought you were a real girl." And I was like, "I can't believe I just said I thought you were a real girl." But then she gave me one for free. She made out with me for a little bit longer, and then she left. But
Wow.
and I think I said something like I was almost going to say like if after you're done, if you want to just spoon or something, if you want to drive home.
Yeah.
Or something.
She really like that.
Wow.
That's so crazy. Have you guys ever? I mean, I know it's personal.
$2,000, by the way.
$2,000.
Oh, really?
Just
I
sleep
thought
with
it
her?
was cheaper than.
That's 2 chips,
Let
bro.
me
That's what
tell
I
you,
thought.
when I was in Amsterdam in 2003, in the red light district, I asked the hookers there, when you see them behind the glass and everything,
Yeah.
she said, €50, you can do anything. I said, anything anal? And she was, yeah, anything, €50.
Jeez.
So €50 is like $100, right?
Sweet.
I have no
$2,000 for this? Was
I
she
know.
special?
She was fucking crazy hot. She definitely was top. She was definitely like Puff Daddy
Top
hooker.
shelf.
But
you
like
know?
Yeah.
worth $2,000 though.
if I was rich, I would definitely hire her. If I had to, she didn't look like a hooker. She just looked like a super fucking hot model. Like, you know, like hookers, you go to LA or go to Vegas, you can walk through the casino and see hooker.
Right.
Yeah. You know, this did not look, I would never have guessed this chick was a hooker. Except the fact that she followed me to my room and whatever.
Can I tell you something? So I heard this thing on, I forget where, and it was this professor that did research on prostitution.
Yeah.
And she was under the belief that all women that became prostitutes were molested as children and aren't doing it of willful choice. Like, it isn't a choice. It's just like you know what I mean? Like, your life circumstances are such that is all you can do. I mean, do you know hookers or you know porn stars?
I know hookers.
I don't know any hookers.
What do you think?
Well, hookers and escorts, same thing. Just let's get that out. There's a difference.
Right?
There's a hooker that walks the street, and there's a
Yeah.
hooker that fucking gets an
In a
email and fucking goes to your house or goes to a hotel.
And then the escort.
And the big thing with the escorts now is, like, especially with strippers. Nowadays, strippers, people aren't making money. So you go to a strip club, these girls are now resorting to escorting. And what escorting is, or what porn stars are even doing nowadays, is fucking doing escorting, because instead of doing like a porn video that's going to be put on the internet and everyone will see, they'll make more money just to have fucking sex with you.
Yeah, why not just do?
Wow.
See,
It's
porn
booming.
doesn't even pay
It's
anymore.
back, baby.
Because porn, you make what, $1,000?
Because there's no money in porn anymore.
Right?
Because of the internet.
You may as well just be a hooker and charge some guy $2,000,
Yeah.
Right.
and then get the fuck out. And then your parents and your family and your old
Absolutely.
school teacher doesn't have to see you getting anal,
Yeah.
getting gang banged by
Exactly.
5 black guys.
Right.
Now
Wearing
the
gold
biggest
chains.
the biggest difference obviously is the safety part of it, because with porn is actually one of the safest things in the world, because every time they do anything
I
they
don't
have to do
buy
AIDS
that
tests,
shit.
Yeah.
Here's the fallacy in that argument, because I was debating this.
and they have to wear
with
condoms now too.
that's cool. But
That's
can
awful.
I tell you something?
Fine.
That ruins porn.
It does ruin.
I don't want to
It's
see
so
condoms
unhot.
and safety.
No.
I want to see
Why? It's
debauchery.
more realistic.
I'm gonna fuck you after I put on.
Yeah.
It's more
After
realistic.
we play it safe. It's like, but you watch porn because it's not realistic.
No.
You watch
I
these,
want see porn. To me, I can't do the glamour porn. Like, if you either like glamour porn or you don't, I want to fucking see their fucking canceled check on the nightstand, or their insurance,
Yeah.
like car insurance
Like a
bill.
shaky
You know,
camera.
I want to fucking see a shaky camera. I want to see it as real as possible. If that girl has a fucking ingrown hair on her inner thigh, I want to see that. I don't want this.
Really?
I'll opt out of
glamour
that.
shit.
I don't want that. The ingrown hair.
No, I don't really want that.
Can I tell
either.
you
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
I know.
don't like in pornography? I don't like the aggression. I'm sick of the spitting and the pulling apart and the
I like all that.
anger and the
That's fun.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not when it's like to a degree where you're like, Jesus Christ, are they going to be okay? Like, I don't want to
Choking.
worry about anybody.
It's
but like,
definitely changed the gear. They definitely have
Right.
amped it up in the
Yeah.
last
They have to.
year
because you
or
get so desensitized.
Yeah.
to it. They got to be like,
Look at her butthole. It's like a giant mouth. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Like, they show the gaping
Yeah.
a-hole
Yeah.
with the love mustard in it. I don't need to see. I don't know. Maybe I'm a girl and I like
Yeah.
to not see all of it.
I mean, I still peruse it, but I didn't.
Ah,
It's not on the top 10.
Have you
list.
ever?
Kirsch,
Have
are
you
you
ever?
married?
Have you ever had
Yes.
sex
yeah.
with a girl from behind and then spread her ass open and then spit inside her asshole?
oh, all day.
I've done that, yeah.
Have you ever done it with a chest cold? I did
wouldn't
it, and
subject
I was like,
anyone
"Wow,
to
that
that.
was a little yellow."
Can I tell you guys
I
something?
would not do that.
My prediction
So I
for
gotta check your health?
Redban, here's my prediction, is that he's got a pinky toe in the porn world now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I predict that he will do a film or something related.
I think it's
can
more of a
see
fist
you-
that's in the
You double
Yeah.
fisting.
No, I would never
You don't
do that.
think?
No,
Nah, right?
no.
Why?
Keep it a
Because
mystery, bro.
I would like to see.
Because you do all this. It would
I
just
don't,
be-
I don't need to. I
Keep
guess.
mystery, bro.
But do
I'm
you
telling
do
you,
it
right. You're
because you
absolutely
you
Yeah.
need to, or because you like it?
No,
you
I
seem
don't.
to like the
I actually
world.
don't even watch porn. I don't even like. I'll masturbate if I'm not
You
fucking
believe that?
if I'm not fucking somebody, and then I'll watch some porn. But it's more like, hey, what's on submityourflicks.com? Bam, bam, I'm done. Next.
Yeah.
I don't buy porn videos. I don't buy porn magazines. I don't do any of that.
Do
stuff.
they even have porn magazines anymore?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
why
Penthouse,
buy it?
Penthouse, Playboy.
Does anybody buy porn
Yeah, you would be
anymore?
be,
Yeah.
be
Do you
amazed.
have to?
At least with Penthouse, you'll be amazed. Just the people that pick it up at airports and fucking
At the airport to read
Shit
it on
like
the
that.
plane. You
Doesn't
can't
have
read
to be
that
the
on the
only
plane.
two
You can't.
magazines
They
left.
sell them at it.
And it's
Playboy.
probably the easiest thing to
That's where
hide
they
from
make
your
most of-
wife is
Yeah.
probably hard copy porn
But
now.
what
Yeah,
pervert's
yeah.
reading Penthouse on the airplane?
I know.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
You
They do.
can't do that.
You're just undoing centerfolds. There's old ladies next to you. What do you think of her pussy? That's pretty good. Yeah.
It's pretty shaved, right?
I feel bad when I'm watching a movie on the plane and it's like a sex scene or something like that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I get-
shit.
Oh, so embarrassing.
It's weird. There's like a kid there.
Yeah, you
He's
should
like,
be allowed to do
"Mommy."
that, right?
Yeah.
Kirsch, are you married?
Yes, I am.
And what's your wife's stance on pornography?
She's totally cool with it. I mean,
Yeah.
she's good about it. She's just, don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
awesome.
We're open in our house
Yeah.
about it. We laugh. There's this one
We
thing
laugh, too, about
that
it.
that
Super
Tommy and I
nice.
are obsessed with. Have you ever seen this? It's it's where the girls kick guys in the balls.
No.
No.
Come on. It's
I
like
have not,
Brazilian something, and it's like 20
Hilarious.
minutes.
This is porn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
People are jerking off to
fetish.
this?
Yeah.
Wow.
America's Funniest Home Videos. Move
So
over.
great. And it's just this angry Brazilian woman, and she's like, whatever her language is, and then she fucking keeps kicking the guy in the balls until he's like shaking.
Oof.
And I'm like, I could do that for free. I would so
That's-
love to kick a guy in the balls. For
See, that's like that's the
fun,
kind of porn chicks
Place-
can watch. Where they're like, yeah, but that's the kind of porn a guy would be like. I would be uncomfortable.
Oh, but it's the
Every time she kicked him,
humiliation.
I'd like go to my own
Yeah.
crotch
Just
to protect
talking
it.
about it makes me wince.
But it's the humiliation, I think, the degradation
Yeah.
that he enjoys, I guess.
Jesus.
It's like good old fucking.
I know, me too.
It's classic, man. Call me
I
classy.
don't need to be injured while I'm
Yeah.
having sex. Like that's not good.
I don't either. I feel like I don't know. I'm very vanilla. I'm very I feel like I get my kicks on stage.
Yeah.
Like I put my life out there for people.
Right.
So that's enough. Is that enough? Like, I don't know. But then you look at guys like Greg Giraldo, or
Right.
they just do blow and drugs and hookers on the. Did he do hookers? He did, right? Giraldo. Or strippers.
I don't
He
know. I
did admit
didn't
to
know.
strippers.
It seems like most comics do hookers.
Yeah.
I'm
Like every
sure.
time I say I
You
don't,
think?
it seems like every time I say I don't, people are like, "Really? You haven't done that
I've
before?"
never done that.
And I want to try it
I'm
out.
not opposed to it. I've just
Let's
never.
do it.
Like I want to try it
all
out.
get a
Next
hooker.
podcast.
Call one right now.
I know.
Call one right now.
serious.
Like we had one podcast with this guy that was addicted to hookers, a comic. That I don't want to say his name because we had to
Sure.
we had to put a Spider-Man mask on him the whole time while he was saying.
That's
Hilarious.
Oh my god! And so he was talking about how much he gets hookers and everything and all what he does. And like one of the things he does is he always gets massages, and that actually I always thought was maybe some places do hand jobs, but I didn't know that you could get full on sex at massage.
Oh,
places.
I'm pretty sure
I
you
did.
could.
Oh, wow.
Never knew
Right.
that, but I want to try that. But I want to like do baby steps up to that. Like I want to go to one of those places at the mall where you're sitting weird in the middle of the courtroom and just be like, "Hey, you know, $10, you know," and they throw a sheet on you and spit in your face or something.
Yeah.
Put a finger in your butt.
You want to get arrested at a mall for jerking off?
No, I want some kind of like that seems like that would be easier to do than going to like a real, massage parlor place. And,
Right.
I want to start off at fucking, Sam's
Yeah.
or
I
whatever.
you just wonder how like unsafe a massage parlor like that is, because it's not like the porn world where there's testing
yeah.
and all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
just some chick at a massage parlor like jerking you off and
Oh,
fucking you.
I've heard stories of boys getting
Yeah, that's not-
STDs, and
not
even if
worth it.
even if you wear a condom, because you can still get herpes and genital warts. 'cause
well,
it's
they're only
skin to
they're only
skin.
16. It's not like they've gotten that much
So much more.
Those 16-year-old Thai girls.
right off the
yeah.
boat.
Oh,
Well,
right.
in that case, then I'm fine. With it. Okay. As long
Get
as
'em
they're
young.
16. Yeah.
But Youssef, you wouldn't get a prostitute ever, you think?
I'm not. Well, I don't know. I would never say never to stuff like that. But
Yeah.
like, because I just don't know what I would do in the future. But yeah, I've never done it, and I don't. It's not something I want to do.
No, my
I get laid. No.
What?
But even guys that do get laid still get hookers. So that's not like
I get. My dad
I don't
is like 64 and he dates 20-year-olds, and he's like
Good for him.
He's so rad. Yeah, he's
Fuck
such
yeah.
a playboy. I love him.
Hashtag
That's
crush
awesome.
it.
Yeah, he's so amazing. But and he always says, he's like, I don't know why anybody would get a hooker to forcing sex, because to me it just seems like you are in essence doing it against their will a little. Like, wouldn't you want a willing, happy woman under you, on top of you?
I
as
think they are
opposed-
happy. They're making fucking hundreds of dollars for doing nothing but doing
Yeah.
sex. Like one of the girls I know that does
It's a
escorting.
contract.
She
They-
fucking
Yeah.
loves sex. She's like, dude, I love fucking dick in me. She's like, I could either do that or I could get paid a shitload of money and not have to do anything else for I have an awesome house,
Well-
like 2 cars for just doing something I love.
that's got to
I
be
don't
taxing
know.
on your
I
soul
don't-
though
I
to
don't
do
buy
that shit.
Yeah,
And
I
vagina.
agree. She likes money. It's not sex. That's what she says, but it's just. It's
I
fun.
love
it's,
sex.
It's
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
they love,
likewise.
but you do it for free. See, you
Yeah.
love sex so much that you do it for free.
Nick,
Yeah.
what if you if you could pick girls that wanted to pay you to have sex with you? Like if you every day you got 5 girls going, hey, I want to hire you and I want to fuck you. How much is it? Would it cost? Would you do that?
So become a gigolo?
Yeah.
Just for the title. I like the word.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I'd do it. Yeah, that's kind of weird. First of all, I don't know that any girl would be like, I need to have sex with you so bad.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm not even going to let you say yes. Yeah. Here's money first.
No woman on.
No, I'm saying, what if it was though? That's what these girls are pretty much saying. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I understand why some of them do it, but I just still think they're all broken people.
For sure.
I think they're all as happy as they seem, and like I got cars and money, and I'm smiling right now, and I look hot. It's like, there's times at night where they're at home and they're just like, where'd it go wrong?
Well, can I tell you, Sam Tripoli said the best thing about this. He was like, Christina, porn star DNA and stripper DNA is not that far off from comedian DNA.
Right.
And I was like, you're right. Like it's a double helix of like uncle's lap and early menstruation. But it's also, we use our words to get attention, and these girls maybe use their bodies.
Right.
Just it's a different form of love me daddy, basically.
Yeah, it's all a grab for attention, and
we're sick. Like what we do is fucking ridiculously mentally ill.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. If you think about it too much, you're like, this is weird. Like my choices in life are really unusual. Yeah. Like, you're staying up late and traveling just to talk in front of people and make them.
Oh, it's terrible. And not only that, like public speaking is people's number one fear in life, and we do that. Like it's just you're so vulnerable. It's counterintuitive almost. But you started early, by the way. How old are you when you started?
18.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Well, don't be. It's not going well.
Oh, that's not true. You're
it's
fucking
okay.
Hilarious.
Thank you.
How did you have the wherewithal to start so early? Like it's so good.
I don't know. I just wanted to do it when I was a kid, and then I lived in LA, and it was like all right there, and I was like, because as a kid I was very like lazy in school and just fucked around. I was like, I'm a rebel, I don't fucking listen to anybody. And I was like, getting approaching like legal adulthood, and I was like, I need to start doing this or I probably never will.
Yeah. So
I'm like, no matter what, college happens with that, I need to start doing this when I'm still dying to get it, get it going. So I opened like an LA Weekly or something, and then just found an open mic at the fucking Haha Cafe.
Ah, the best,
hilarious.
The best club in the world.
Oh my god, that is fantastic.
Five nights a week they had open mics at like
still do.
4 in the afternoon or whatever.
I believe,
And I had some fast food job or something, and I asked my boss at the time, who was like my friend, I'm like, hey man, I'm doing this, like, and I was all shy about it. I'm like, I'm doing this thing, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I told him I wanted to do comedy, and I'm like, I'm doing this open mic or whatever. He's like, oh wow, and he's like, yeah, leave early, whatever time you need, and then and that just became like every day I'd leave work early and go do those open mics, and then and it just started.
Well, because I remember seeing you at the Comedy Store and around open mics when I was just starting.
Yeah.
I think I was 26. I'm 34 now. And you were so young and cute. You still are.
Thank you.
But you punk rock shit on your wrists, and you're always like listening to cool. But you were so diligent, and I really liked that about you. I thought that was so cool. You were so young and so aware of yourself and what you liked. And now your parents are immigrants too, though, right?
Yeah.
Where are you? What are you?
They're Lebanese. Or we're Lebanese. Not just they.
Gross.
Yeah. Like I put that in my past. I'm not Lebanese anymore. I decided to just be nothing.
I wouldn't tell that to many people.
Yeah, they hated it. Like every parent, American or not, they're gonna be like, "Why are you throwing your life away now?"
But I think immigrant stuff is worse because you're like my parents escaped from fucking Hungary in '69. Like I'm telling you, escaped under barbed wire fences, put in a camp in Italy for a year, and then have their only child drop out of law school after 2 weeks and be like, guess what? I'm going to be a comic. Like, my mother didn't speak to me for almost a year.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, she's her own special breed.
Right.
But it can be. Are you the only child?
No, I have a younger brother who's not in like entertainment or anything at all.
What does he do?
He works in the family business.
What's your family business?
Like marble granite.
Oh, yeah, that's a good immigrant.
That's a very, immigrant, construction, something,
Sure.
Because you move here, you have nothing, and,
right.
and you just have to do something like that where, those skills a lot of people, have, like, growing up, working with your hands, and so it's easier to start doing that, so...
Sure. My dad's a forklift mechanic. He started his own business, and... Yeah, he does well now, but you come to these States with nothing.
The plan was you're going to be in the family business or be a doctor. It was like one
cool.
do one of these things. But yeah, and then I started doing comedy, and like immediately I was like a much happier. I was still angsty and young, and angry kid.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm still angry.
But I was so much happier after starting, and then they were just miserable. They thought it was a hobby for the first 4 years or whatever. Are you bored with this yet? I'm like, no, I'm actually having more fun than ever, and I'm getting good. And then they eventually like one day, because parents they'll like after a while they're like, this is something he wants to do and he's happy, and then in the end all he wanted is your happiness.
Yeah.
So when they realized it was actually making me happy and it's what I wanted to do and it wasn't some hobby or a joke or anything, they're like, all right, we get it. Like,
and now they do, or do they?
No, yeah, now they're good with it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're fine with it.
Because my parents will never be proud of me. I've realized.
Really?
Like, yeah, like I remember one of the first few times I was on Chelsea Lately. I'd be like, Dad, I'm on Chelsea Lately, isn't that? He's like, what is Chelsea Lately?
Yeah.
What is the E channel? What are you talking about? Like, they don't know what the fuck,
it.
and it's like, wow, man, all I want is
Yeah.
your approval, and that's never gonna happen.
Jeez.
But I feel like
It's a good driving
give up.
force.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
This might. Are you still going on Chelsea here and there?
No.
No. Did you ever hear whatever happened to Justin Martindale?
Who's Justin Martin?
He's a friend of mine that was supposed to have been hired by Chelsea, and then the Christmas party happened, and he drank too much and blacked out. I guess the Christmas party, they were just handing out tequila to everyone,
Yeah.
and then he drank so much and blacked out, and then he remembers coming to, and like Whitney Cummings was driving him home or something like that, and said that they were kicked out of the party,
What?
and then the next day he lost his job from that or whatever, and they never really, or they offered his job that they already offered him to somebody else or something like that.
Yeah.
But no one knows and no one can remember. And the last thing he said was like, I remember the dude from the Black Eyed Peas, and I'm like, wait, the Black Eyed Peas was there? Oh shit, what did you do?
Well, here's the thing. I was just starting to be on that show last Christmas, so I wasn't invited to the Christmas party. But there are a lot of things like that occur in that world.
Yeah.
And one day I will love to tell the tales. I fear that right now it might be too
Don't do it.
soon.
Do you have a video?
Don't do it.
Do you have a video of you and Chelsea making out? Or
No, but just, one day.
one day,
I might.
that's
Let
I
it
would
cook.
love to tell.
The tell-all book.
I know.
Yeah.
Good Lord. The show business is a wacky place.
Yeah.
It's full of all kinds of people.
Yeah, everyone's
So-
a weirdo, and everyone's got some story.
Yeah, but that's why it's a good place to be if you yourself are kind of fucked up, which I think.
or
I
if you
am.
like 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
I love
So-
when you have like civilian friends that are like, you got to meet my buddies, but sometimes they can be offensive or say.
Oh,
I'm like,
please.
the world I live in is all degenerate assholes. Like, don't worry about it. Unless my introduction is him punching me in the head,
Yeah,
then I'll be like, no, he's fine. I guess he's not offensive. Or,
So true, because I don't even really have many civilian friends anymore.
Me neither.
Just because I can't censor it. Like, I can't not be a complete asshole.
What's the
anymore.
point? Like, they're not talented or attractive. Like, who needs those people?
They don't have a POV. You got
Yeah.
kids? Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the kids thing. God damn it! How much do I not want to hear about people's fucking kids? Are you hearing that yet, Youssef? Or
Like, my friends having kids? No. I mean, a few of them do, but yeah, I mean, more and more of my friends are starting to get like married.
oh,
and
you're
stuff.
hearing that
Oh,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
That's how
I'm
it
a-
starts.
I'm
You're in
there,
that gear.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone around me is like, so we're moving in together and we're getting married. I'm like, I'm gonna vomit all over your life.
How do you feel about that? Are you gonna hold out, or are you seeing somebody now? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in no position to get married though,
No,
like with
you-
anybody. That's
No.
down the road.
You should wait. I was 32 when we got married.
Yeah,
So there's no hurry.
yeah.
Are you Kirsch? You have kids and stuff?
No. I've been married
Oh,
twice,
good.
though.
Really?
Yeah, get the first one out of the way.
You're
right?
so young, like
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, nah, I don't fear commitment. I'm in.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'll
I
figure it
like
out. And if we break up, the shit happens.
I like monogamy. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with commitment now. Like when it,
I mean, I still want to fuck other people.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
get
so do I,
wrong.
totally.
You're a
I wanna
human
fuck
being.
everybody,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
I do have a dick.
Yeah.
But for now,
I just had my ex fiance get re-engaged the other day. Like she's the girl that I moved to California with, dated her for 7 years.
Oh yeah.
And so it's weird. It's it's not like I'm like jealous, like oh I can't believe it, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just weird to think that like okay now she's gonna do what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's hurtful, yeah.
That's gotta
It's
be
so
weird.
weird.
Yeah,
It
just kind of shocked
bro.
me. Yeah, yeah. I'm not. Believe me, I'm not concerned or I
Trouble
care
ahead,
at
trouble
all. It's just
behind.
kind of when I first heard about it, I was like weird.
Yeah.
It is weird. Like I lived with a guy before I married Tommy. Like for 4 years, I lived with a civilian. He was a lawyer. It's horribly boring. And now he's married. And he just had a kid. And it's not that I give a shit about him anymore. Like I don't have feelings. But it is like this thing where you're like, wow, I spent so much time with you. We lived together. Like,
Yeah.
we were almost going to do what you're doing right now. And how I'm so glad that I'm not his wife. And I
Right.
didn't have his kid. But it is a
Right.
weird, like,
A huge
What
chunk
is
of your
that?
life.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
like,
so weird.
And that's like ex-wife, man. You just like, wow, I have a relationship with her. We're friendly, but still, it's like, it's been 10 years. Like,
yeah.
we got divorced 10 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, dating, like being in relationships, so and then you break up, and one day it's like you're dead to me, and you just mourn this thing, and
Yeah.
I don't know, the whole thing.
The breakup obviously is the worst. Yeah, that's the worst part. You act out in weird ways.
Listen, you're
Right.
always going to be
Love
the
it.
asshole. Just know that. Just
Yeah, of course.
Tap out. Just
Yeah.
say, yep, you're right, I'm a dick. Just get
Yeah.
your shit and get the fuck out. It's okay.
Well, my
You'll make it
husband,
work.
my husband knows my philosophy on breakups is that the best cure for an old dick is bouncing on a new one,
Right.
and that's what you should do, ladies.
That's what I try to do. But the problem,
I love you're
I mean,
denying
it
it.
definitely gets you over it as soon as possible. But then you find yourself jumping into something you haven't really researched.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I do that all the time.
I don't. Yeah, it's just like a good. It's a good way to forget. You just go out and meet some girl and see her and
Bang it.
bang her for a
Yeah,
while. or
right.
whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's not a cure, but
But Nick, you're very attractive. You've
Thank
always
you.
been one of the better looking boys on the circuit.
Yeah,
I
I agree.
imagine that you pull a lot of tail. Remember, I sound like Lakis.
that's fine.
Remember that guy? A lot of tail.
I never
Yeah.
listened to him. That was too fucking macho, dude,
Yeah, he's
for
a
me.
piece of shit. He's not
yeah.
on anymore.
Oh,
but
fantastic.
so correct me. It would seem to me that you would do well. with
I do
ladies.
all right.
Yeah,
I do
same.
okay. I was at when I was
Look
at
at
Starbucks.
I do well.
Well, what am I going to be like? Yeah, I'm banging tons of pussy.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Whoa,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do okay, I guess. I saw a girl that I had a fling with, whatever you want to call it, at Starbucks before I got here.
Wow.
And I was like, oh man.
Amy Hawthorne.
No, Jesus.
I don't even know who that is.
That's the comedy groupie. That's what she calls herself. I'm not calling her that. That's her. Like,
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
she's like, I guess she's a comic now, right?
Yeah, she's
still
pretty
doing
good.
it.
I saw her
Okay.
last night.
She has like a blog and like she hangs out at the comedy scene. She's starting to do comedy. She's very sweet. But yeah, so I saw this girl and I was like, oh fuck. And I know she saw me to the corner of her eye. And I was about to take my sunglasses off. I'm like, well, those are staying on. I'm just gonna look everywhere else but where she's sitting until my coffee's ready.
Wow. She didn't recognize? Or didn't see you?
I don't know if she did.
She's like, wait, I recognize a matching watch with shirt. Is that Nick?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who's that dickhead wearing all the yellow? Oh, that's Nick. Fuck him.
Wow.
By the way, yellow's my new favorite color.
Yeah, yellow's good.
Is it
Why
like
is
is
it
yellow
your
back or something? Because lately yellow's been popping up all over the place.
It's never not been cool.
It might be. I don't know.
Yellow's back.
Well, Nick, good for you.
Yeah.
I can tell. You get a lot.
Yeah, now I'm seeing somebody, so I can't.
You can't fuck other people.
Yeah, I don't know how well I would be doing right now.
Well, she's so amazing. It doesn't matter. I like her a lot.
Can I
Yeah,
ask you
she's great.
something? Do you get? I'm repulsed by everybody I've slept with before my husband.
Really?
Does that make sense? Is that normal? I find them
Everyone?
disgusting.
Everybody?
Like one person I don't, but I look back in repulsion pretty much with everybody.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, it's not like a ton, but
Even Boone?
who's Boone Chocolate?
Oh my goodness.
I heard about that.
I
heard about it.
Poor Boone.
Didn't have a dollar for the vase, so you tried
So
to make
every single person. You're,
Pretty much. I'm
Wow.
completely disgusted by my choices of sexual partners.
Sucks to be those
Jesus.
guys.
Is that what? I wonder
even
what
the
that
guy that you
means.
live with for 4 years or whatever.
Ooh, sexually repulsed, yeah. Sexually
wow.
repulsed.
So you have
Good
a weird.
for Tom, man. Right?
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he's
I
a good
love Tommy.
dude,
He's
man.
good.
He's a good
Oh, I
dude.
miss you,
God.
Mommy.
Are
Tommy.
you
I'm
weird?
telling you, man.
Are you weird about sex? Is that
No.
why? Is it like a shameful thing in your head? So then
It
you're like, ew, I
does.
can't believe I did that.
I think it is a little bit of that. I think it's the Catholic guilt. I do have a lot of shame.
Okay.
But I'm not weird about sex. I'm very open about
Okay.
that. At least with my husband, I'm fine.
Right.
But I was never promiscuous, and I do kind of regret that because I think.
Well, now that you're married, yeah.
Yeah, no, because even when I was in college, I was like, I just wish I could fuck a lot of people. But because I have like shame, number one. And I'm afraid of STDs, number two. I'm deathly petrified.
You should
of
be.
I'm going to get herpes. It's going to ruin my life. And
Yeah.
that was my major deterrent, was like
I mean, that's I think literally after every time I've ever had sex, I'm like, I have herpes. Like, just automatically, then you go get tested and you're fine. But it's like the biggest worry.
Oh, okay. So
Especially in
I'm not
this
weird.
city. It's a city full of sluts.
Yeah.
Male
Well,
and female.
Yeah, and I went to
Sluts
college
everywhere.
in San Francisco where it was like bisexual. Everybody's bisexual and
not
caring.
attractive. There's no
Yeah,
attractive
yeah.
people in San
It's
Francisco.
so gross. They're
That's like-
fucking smelly.
It's all just weird androgynous looking hippie people.
It might be just the bear sex. Though a lot of people that haven't had sex with a big, hairy, cuddly guy
Right.
like
It's the
myself.
beard.
My husband's a bear. Well, anyways, have we done enough? I feel like we've done
How long have we been
a
talking?
lot of show.
We've been on about 50 minutes.
Oh,
Already?
fuck it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That flew
See?
by.
Wasn't that fun, guys?
That's good.
Yay.
Well, I'm so glad you guys came along and had fun
Yeah,
with
me
me.
too. It
And you
was
should
fun.
come back again.
Yay.
Thank you,
F yeah.
Matt Kirsch, Nick Youssef, and Redban
What,
for
what?
facilitating this.
Yep.
What's your Twitter names?
Oh, okay. I am at Christina P. That's my Twitter. And then
I am at Nick Youssef. NickYoussef.
Kirsch.
And I'm at MATTYKIRSCH. Matty Kirsch.
And I'm Redban, REDBAN, and this podcast and all the podcasts we do can be found at DeathSquad.tv or Death Squad on iTunes,
Yeah.
so please hit subscribe.
Please do.
Yes, please do.
And
Thanks,
that's
Christina.
that.
You guys got to come
Thank-
back here with Tom, though.
I know.
we miss you in the
Yeah,
studio.
I
It's so much more
I wish
fun.
you
Miss
was
him.
fantastic. I
We're
love
gonna
that
bring
dude.
him. He'll be back next week.
Can't
He'll
wait.
come in for sure.
I haven't seen him in forever.
Oh, he's the best.
I know, he is.
Well, thanks for listening. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.